Let's talk about concrete and clay tiles. Everything you need to know. Welcome to Energy Advantage, where we talk about roofing, windows, and solar. But today I thought we should talk about roof tiles, the pros and cons of each material, and whether this is a good investment for you. Before we start, please don't forget to support our channel and like and subscribe to this video. Now let's get into it. With so many options on the market, it can be overwhelming to choose the right materials for your roof. Getting to know the pros and cons of all of these materials can really make the decision much easier and much smoother. But today we're going to talk specifically about clay tiles and concrete tiles. By the way, don't forget to hop onto our YouTube channel and sift through our library, because I'm sure you will find a video in there that will give you more information about what you need when it comes to your roof. When a homeowner is considering to go with a tile roof replacement, they often ask themselves, should I go with clay or concrete? And of course, what are the biggest differences between these two materials? Now, there are some differences between these two materials, and it's really important to know. Okay, so let's start with clay. Clay is a really tough material and has been around for centuries. They are made from naturally occurring materials that are baked into tiles. They usually come in the natural earth color, thus earning the nickname terracotta, which by the way means cooked earth in English. However, they can also glaze them in a different color, so you do have that option. Because they are produced from a natural material, clay tiles are environmentally friendly. This means they do not produce any harmful gases during their production. Clay tiles are fully resistant to rot, decay, insects, water damage, and mold. Also, because of the way that they are shaped, they actually allow ventilation. This simply means that they will be able to keep your house cooler in summer and warmer in winter. Clay tiles are weather resistant. This means they are UV resistant, lasting through high winds, snow, and heavy downpours of rain. Most roofing materials expand and contract due to the heat and the cold of its environment. However, clay tiles don't do that. This means that they will last longer and keep the integrity of your roof. In the event that harsh weather does crack or move a few of the tiles, replacing them or repairing them is fairly easy. And finally, the pros of clay tiles is that they are one of the long-lasting materials and they can last up to 100 years. Okay, so what about the downfalls when it comes to clay tiles? The main drawback is, of course, the price. Also, they are pretty heavy, so the weight can actually affect the structure of your roof, which means you might have to add extra reinforcement, which of course means it's going to cost you extra. Clay tiles can also be fragile, especially when it comes to installing them and foot traffic. They can crack if the contractor walks on top of them. So when there's an inspection or a little repair, this can make it a little bit trickier, because obviously they could cause some damage up there if they don't know what they're doing. The other thing is that, as I said before, is that the clay tiles weigh, and this makes the installation a little more challenging. Also, not all roofs are suitable for clay. Obviously, make sure that you hire a professional who knows what they're doing and who will give you the right information if you choose to go with clay. Okay, so let's get into concrete. Concrete tiles are made of a mixture of sand, cement, and water that are molded under heat and high pressure. The benefit of this is that they are a little lighter when it comes to clay, and of course, they're durable. However, concrete tiles are not as tough as clay tiles, but they definitely do better than most of the other roofing materials, such as shingles, especially in terms of lifespan. The other benefit is that concrete are also environmentally friendly. Also, concrete can also be made with recyclable materials. Concrete tiles are Class A fire resistant, are resistant to insects and rot, and can withstand winds up to 150 miles per hour, an ideal trait for hurricane season. Also, they're really impact resistant, which can be a big draw for regions that get a lot of hail, unlike clay tiles that can actually crack. Now, when it comes to lifespan, clay definitely win. However, concrete tiles do have a wonderful lifespan of 50 years plus. Okay, so what about the disadvantages? Just like clay, concrete is a heavy material, which of course means it's not always easy to install them. And oftentimes what ends up happening is that a roof needs to be reinforced to withstand the weight. Despite their high resistance to fire, rotting, and high winds, concrete roof tiles can struggle to withstand freeze-thaw cycles. And this means they can actually get stained or crack much faster than, for example, clay or slate. Another downfall is that actually things can grow on top of the concrete, such as moss, which can, of course, cause problems for your roof if it goes untreated. Let's recap the main difference between concrete tiles and clay tiles. Concrete tiles absorb more water, which means they are more prone to mold and mildew. Concrete weigh much more than clay. So obviously this means that the roofing structure needs to be much stronger. And the other thing is, of course, concrete tiles may need a little bit more maintenance than clay because of these issues. So what about price difference? The value between the two of them is pretty comparable, with a few exceptions. High-end clay tiles, of course, can cost much more than concrete tiles. Clay tiles are 20% more than concrete. But of course, clay tiles are a much better investment, especially when it comes to durability and longevity. In the end of the day, it comes down to budget, aesthetics, and the roof itself. I hope this video gave you some good information and helped you decide whether you want to go with clay or concrete. As always, don't forget to hire a professional, but more specifically, a professional roofer that specializes in clay and concrete tiles. This way, they will give you the right information, all of the options, and of course, help you decide which one is best for your home. And as always, have a good week.